Hi guys, so this video I wanted to speak about bowel movements. So there is a lot of confusion around that, and a lot of people are actually not understanding how constipated they are. So when we are eating, therefore putting food into our mouth, there is two things basically that we are doing. One, we are like putting a material type of food, let's say an apple. And then another thing is like we're also adding nutrition to it, which is inside the apple, right? So there is like vitamins, minerals, whatever. When you are eating, you don't have pieces of apples that are actually going into your bloodstreams. There is no pieces of tomato running through your cells. There is a chemical extraction that your body has been doing through like pancreas and gallbladder, liver and so on, with enzymes and so on, extracting chemically the nutrients that are into your food, and then if everything goes well, bring it to your cell. But that's another topic. But basically, there is still those chunks of apples that you have been eating that are remaining in your body. And whatever you are eating, let's say if you're eating a meal with like, I don't know, 200-300 grams, sorry, I don't know how much is it in pounds, whatever you're eating, your food, you have at the end of your meal, about 1 hour, 2 hours later, let's put it that way, you have to eliminate the physical weight of it. So if when you eat 400 grams, you don't eliminate 400 grams. So when you eat, you eliminate just 200 grams, then you have 200 grams are backing up into your system for this meal, or the next one, and the next one, and the last that you did the last 40 years or 60 years, right? So this is what is accumulating, and it's literally going into your colon wall, and this is why we cannot see it in coloscopy, because these devices are so, basically it's literally like painting the colon wall, and it's creating this like special glue, like this mucoid plaque, which is trapping all this food. And it's just like a painting on this mucoid, on this colon wall, sorry. And it's creating layers and layers and layers and layers and layers over time, making the colon light. Let's say the colon tube is like this, right? And then with all this layer of painting, it's just like you're painting your house, you know, and you're just like putting layers of painting every day. Then the wall will become thicker and thicker and thicker, you know, and then the hole will become smaller and smaller. And then for sure, then people will get constipation, will have like difficulty to eliminate so on, because, well, the whole system is just becoming smaller and smaller, because the mucoid plaque is just like all around. So it's really important to understand that having proper eliminations means to eliminate 100% of the weight that you have been eating right after eating. I mean, 1 hour, 2 hours, like after eating, okay? So this is what is like a normal body functioning correctly. A lot of people, that's like one of the first questions I always ask in my consultations. I always say, how many bowel movements do you have per day? And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm fine. Okay, but how many? All right, one every other day. I feel good, I'm fine. Well, this is backing up so much toxins, and this is making your colon having so much layer of mucoid plaque, and in this mucoid plaque is where are living parasites, candida, yeast, because they are eating all this waste, basically. They are helping us in a way. But also, not only that, the other problem by having that is that the colon wall is having what we call this like velocity. So it's like some little hair, let's put it that way, that are inside the colon wall, and that are basically, when the food is getting through the colon, are pumping the nutrients from the food to take them out of the colon into your bloodstream, into your cells. But when your colon is like full with these layers of painting that you're putting every day, then this velocity are like little by little glue into the walls, and they cannot catch anything anymore. And therefore, it doesn't matter what you eat, well, you don't get benefits from it because there is not anymore enough of this velocity to be able to catch them. And this is why I'm always saying food is not healing. Food is maintaining the state of health that you have right now. Obviously, the more you'll be eating hydrating food and wet food and basically raw food, the more you will be moisturizing whatever is in your colon, and the more it will little by little break down this mucoid plaque and stop adding more painting layers into it, and therefore cleansing and therefore healing. But basically, the real work to do is to clean the colon, to clean the mucoid plaque, and this is happening with juices. The juices will really be like soaking your colon on a daily basis, getting rid of that mucoid plaque on a daily basis, making you having so much more bowel movements. And what I'm saying a lot, like, you need to understand that there these layers of painting, it's like decades of like waste that are like thick glued to the colon walls. So at the beginning, when cleans are happening, you might have a lot of bowel movements, and it is good. I remember like my like long fastings that I will do. After 1 month of fasting on juices, I will still have like 3 to 4 bowel movements per day. After 1 month of not eating anything, just drinking cold pressed juice that were highly filtered, I will really like strain them very well, so there will be no fiber at all, just pure liquid. And I will still have, and I was pretty slim basically. So I was even like amazed myself, honestly. I was like, I was not that big basically, and still after 1 month I still have so much that is going on in terms of elimination. So I was always thinking, wow, so what is happening basically? What would be for other people that have a belly like this? Yeah, it's pretty intense. I had clients that were actually skinny clients, and this is again another thing, maybe for another video, but okay, I'm just going to tell a short story, that were literally eliminating, for people that are sensitive, maybe just skip that part, a big bowl that looked like spaghettis, but it was just parasites, like a full bowl full of what looks like spaghettis, but it was actually all parasites, eliminating during juice fasting and cleanse and this kind of thing. So not everyone have that, thanks God, but a lot of people do have that, and this is also blocking your elimination system properly and so on. So please understand that eliminating is the most important thing in the body. The body have actually one way to nourish you, and it is through the blood system. The blood is like the food truck that goes around the body and distribute like food, oxygen, vitamins, minerals, whatever, to all around your cells, all right? So this is a food truck. And then the body have the garbage truck, which are like going all around the body, collecting the garbage, bringing it to the septic tank, right? Which is like the lymphatic nodes, which we have here, the tonsils, the armpit, here in the elbow, on the wrist. Like we have about 600 lymphatic nodes in the body, all right? And so the garbage will be brought there, hopefully, and treated there with bacteria if we haven't been killing most of them with antibiotics. And then it will be taken again to the elimination pathway by sweating or peeing or pooping or breathing, okay? So basically we need to understand that for each single food truck in the body, we have 3 garbage trucks. So if the body made it that way, it's because it's much more important to eliminate than it is to nourish. Because if you eliminate properly, then nourishment becomes very simple and very easy. Because then, just like whatever you eat, if your colon is clean, your liver, pancreas, gallbladder function perfectly, your thyroid function perfectly, your adrenal gland too, and then whatever you're eating in your mucoid plaque, you get right benefits from it, extract it right away, and then eliminate it right away. And then you don't need to eat that much. People are eating so much because they are starving, because on like 1 pound of food that they're eating, only 10% they can actually do something with it, extract it, digest it, utilize it. So the 90% that are left are basically just like, or staying in the colon, 1 more layer, just going to the bathroom. And this is why people are like, I want to eat again, and always like hungry, because people are not extracting correctly. This is why it's really important to work on your digestive system, endocrine system, through herbal protocol to get those things working properly, clean your colon, so that you don't need to eat that much to actually get benefits from it. And this is, maybe I'll do a video about that, around underweight during detox and why it's happening. Okay, maybe I'll start that video. Okay guys, so that's it for now. So just for you to understand that it is very important to get your colon moving every day, even when you're fasting, especially when you're fasting. But when you're eating, as I always say to my client, a normal colon function by 1 bowel movement after each meal, plus 1. Plus 1 in the morning when you wake up before to eat or drink anything, for just all the metabolic waste and these kind of things that you will be creating during the night, and maybe a little bit of backup from like the food from the previous day or whatever. So it's always 1 time in the morning, when you wake up, before eating, drinking, then after each meal. If you have 3 meals a day, it's going to be 4 bowel movements a day. If you have 2 meals a day, it's going to be 3 bowel movements per day. That's the norm. This is what is normal, healthy, and balanced for the body. And so just work on it and find a way to do it. If you need my guidance for that, you can contact me. I can help you to reach that space where, and you will just like feel so much better. Like you will just feel like so good. You don't have like bloatingness anymore. You will have like so much more energy, and you will just feel much more lighter, just like in general, not only in the body, just like in the mind and everywhere. Like there is just so much benefit. I mean, okay, I'm going to try to be polite here, but most people are basically right now living in the world where they're like walking around with the bag in front of them full of shit, and they are wondering why they're tired, why they feel bad, why they have like negative thoughts and these kind of things. Like it's pretty hard to describe like how good someone can feel when you just get rid of that bag full of shit and just enjoy your life normally without this. That's all I wanted to say. So yeah. Okay guys, so that's it for now, and I see you soon for my next video.